Hello, my heavenly community, and I'm in my car right now, but I wanted to come in here and share this encouraging word and what led me to share this encouraging word. So, I hope you guys can hear me. I got the mic very close to my mouth, so hopefully you can hear everything that I'm saying. For the past couple of weeks, I have been wanting to watch this movie called Plane, Trains, and Automobiles. It's an old TV classic. I think like 1989 is when the movie came out, and it stars Steve Martin and John Candy. For a quick little plot, Steve Martin is coming home from a business trip and trying to get back to his family before, I think, Thanksgiving or Christmas, but he keeps encountering some type of situations that delay him from getting back home in time. And he also meets a person that's also trying to get back home, John Candy, and Steve Martin sees John Candy as more of a problem than a solution when they're both trying to get home. But not to spoil the movie, in the end, they all end up getting back home and also developing a great relationship and overcoming all those obstacles that took them, or Steve Martin, a long time to get home. So, with that movie, I also recently had a dream about learning a new language. So, in the dream that I had, someone from another country was teaching me their native language, and I was learning it. And every time they were talking to me, they were talking in English and then translating it into their native language. So, I asked them in the dream, please don't speak to me in English and translate it. Speak to me just in English and let me translate everything that you're saying in your native language. And they were like, okay, great. Bet you're going to learn it even faster because you're willing to, you know, be open minded with speaking everything that I'm saying to you back in my native language. So, putting those two together, it's going to make sense. Is I myself am in a new era or season in my life where I'm learning something different and I'm going through different situations similar to the movie Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I'm going through different stages of learning those skills, which is learning a new language, which is a dream I had the other day. And I have to go through a couple different versions of what is going to be best for me in order to have a understanding of what I'm learning, i.e. the new language in the dream that I just had. Excuse me, I have a call coming in. So putting the two together makes a lot of sense. I'm moving forward in a new era, and it's going to take maybe different type of courses and different type of approaches for me to learn it, and knowing that I'm going to have to go through a couple of phases to learn the process is something that is going to happen. I'm not going to despise the process. I'm not going to get irritated with the process. And anybody who knows, when you're going through a new process, you know you got to try a couple of different ways in order to actually get to the finished product, to understand, oh, I finally get it. That may be taking one thing out, putting another thing in, and you also may gain a better perspective of how to learn the situation. Meaning, when you're learning the situation, by going through the different options to learn it, you're also learning a new way to understand yourself. And that's pressing through, having hope, and having faith. So, for me, it made a lot of sense because I have been thinking about this process and learning a new process, and I'm being transitioned into a new process. And in order to do that, I have to be willing to go through those phases of learning that new process. So I know there's a lot of people who will relate to this because I'm surely not the only person that is going through something new in their life. But there's also hope to know that you're excelling once you learn something new and you're open to learn something new. You're going to definitely be positioning yourself in a great era so then you can be positioned in a great area in your life. So, what you may not want to learn and what you may try to find as a problem or like, I just don't want to deal with it, actually may be the solution that you actually need. Like in the movie planes, trains, and automobiles. Steve Martin looked at John Candy like a problem when really he was a solution to helping Steve Martin find a way back home, i.e., similar to me or somebody else. You are being taught or learning something from something else that or someone else, which may be an irritant to you when really it may not be an irritant. It may just be the solution to help you learn the new process. And now that you've got a foothold on it, and my dream, like, no, talk to me in your native language, because now I'm getting an understanding to it, and I'm going to talk to me in English, and I'm going to talk to you in the native language. You're now grasping everything, and now you're pouring it back out to, the product or the training that you're learning. So God has a funny way of bringing what doesn't make sense together to make sense. So anybody who is on a journey of learning something new or never wanted to touch an area ever, but now they're being taught to learn that area. If you're being taught, you're being trained, you're learning it, take the process in, soak it in, and just appreciate the process as you're learning it. Take it step by step. You don't have to be perfect at learning it in 24 hours. I would hope not. Give yourself grace, give yourself mercy, and let yourself learn it, soak it in, and then before you know it, you're going to master it just the same way God knows and our Father knows that you're going to be able to master anything that He has placed you in. So, I hope this video, and I know this video, will be encouraging to anybody that comes across it. The rain is picking back up, so hopefully by the time I end this video, it slows down so I can head into my house. But I hope you guys have a great week ahead. Stay encouraged, and again, continue to encourage one another, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.